Once upon a time in a city far away, there lived a woman who dedicated her entire life to serving those in need. Her name was Mother Teresa, and her story is truly inspiring. Mother Teresa was born on August 26, 1910, in Skopje, Albania. Back then, it wasn't called Albania, but it was part of the Ottoman Empire, would later become part of Yugoslavia, and then break off into its own country in 1991 and be renamed to North Macedonia. So when she was born, they didn't know if she'd end up in any of those places. So they just named her after the capital of the region. She was born Agnes Bojaksu. From an early age, she felt a calling to become a nun and serve God. When she was just 12 years old, she decided to join the Sisters of Loreto, a religious order based in Ireland. With the support of her family, she left home and began her training. After 4 years of study, she took her final vows and became known as Sister Mary Teresa. In 1929, she arrived in India and taught at a school in Kolkata for several years. Loved her job and felt fulfilled helping the children learn and grow. However, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was meant to do more. Then in 1946, everything changed. She was just 36 years old when she experienced what she called her call within a call. One day, while visiting a slum near the railway station, she saw extreme poverty and realized that this is where she was meant to be. Despite the warnings from her religious superiors, she felt compelled to help the poorest of the poor, even though it went against the rules of her order. She started by visiting the slums every day after school to offer food, clothing, and basic medical care to those in need. But soon she felt that wasn't enough. She wanted to do more, to be more. She wanted to be with the people who had no one else to turn to give them hope when all seemed lost. And so she began to dream of creating something new, something that would help those who were beyond the margins of society, something that would change the world. After much prayer and reflection, she decided to leave the convent and start her own organization. On October 7, 1950, she founded the Missionaries of Charity. The mission of the organization was simple, yet profound: to serve the poorest of the poor with love and compassion. It didn't take long for Mother Teresa's work to make an impact. People from all walks of life came together to help her cause, donating money, food, and time. Soon she had a small army of volunteers who were as dedicated to the cause as she was. She opened free clinics and soup kitchens to provide basic medical care and food to those who were sick and starving. She also set up shelters for those who had nowhere else to go, giving them a place to stay and a chance to rebuild their lives. One day she encountered a group of people who were outcasts from society, shunned and ignored because they had leprosy. Leprosy is a bacterial infection that can cause severe disfigurement if left untreated. It's highly contagious and can be spread through armadillos, which are found in the southern United States. It's not very common in the US, but it's still a problem in many other parts of the world, especially in India. Back when Mother Teresa first encountered these people, leprosy was considered a curse, and those who had it were often abandoned by their families and communities. But Mother Teresa didn't see them as cursed. She saw them as human beings who needed help and compassion. She took them in and gave them the medical care they needed to manage their condition. She also helped them reintegrate into society so that they could live full and productive lives. Her work didn't go unnoticed. In 1959, she was awarded the Padma Shri, the fourth highest civilian award in India. But despite the recognition, she remained humble and continued her work. Over the years, Mother Teresa's work grew and expanded. She became well known around the world for her selfless service to others. She traveled to different countries, meeting with leaders and raising awareness about the plight of the poor and sick. However, it was in the slums of Kolkata that she spent most of her time. Here she was known simply as Mother, a title given to her by the people she served. To them, she was a source of strength and comfort, someone who understood their struggles and was committed to helping them improve their lives. As the years passed, Mother Teresa's health began to decline. She suffered from a heart condition and had several operations, but even as she battled illness herself, she never stopped caring for others. She continued to visit the sick and dying, bringing them food and comfort until her very last days. She died on September 5, 1997, at the age of 87. News of her death spread quickly, and people from all over the world mourned the loss of this extraordinary woman. On September 4th, 2016, Pope Francis canonized Mother Teresa, making her a saint in the eyes of the Catholic Church. This was a fitting tribute to a woman who had dedicated her life to serving others. Throughout her life, Mother Teresa was known for her simple yet powerful words. One of her most famous quotes is, "Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love." These words are a reminder that we don't have to be famous or have a lot of money to make a difference in the world. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness can have the greatest impact. Another one of her famous quotes is, "Kind words can be short and few, but kind deeds are long and plentiful." This quote reminds us that our actions speak louder than words. No matter how busy we are, we can always find time to do something nice for someone else. And perhaps her most famous quote is, "Love cannot be greater than the sacrifice of one who gives his or her life for others." This quote sums up Mother Teresa's life and work. She gave up everything to help others, and her love for humanity knew no bounds. The story of Mother Teresa is one that should inspire us all. She showed us that we can make a difference in the world, no matter how small our actions may seem. Her dedication to serving the poorest of the poor was unwavering, and her love for humanity was boundless. As we continue to face challenges and hardships in our own lives, let us remember the example of Mother Teresa. Let us be kind to one another, compassionate and selfless. And let us never forget that even the smallest act of kindness can have a ripple effect on the world. Now, we would like to hear from you. What did you find most inspiring about Mother Teresa's story? What lessons can we learn from her life and work? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so that you never miss out on our latest stories. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.